Satilli here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news. This is exciting. We got live action, right? We got Dead and Company's summer tour kicked off last night at Great Woods. I'm not going to be using the corporate names that they call the sheds we've been going to for decades, you know, but I'm not going to be calling them by their corporate names. We're at Great Woods last night. Great Woods gets things kicked off, you know, before the tour starts. Well, it was already started, so it's too late for that. But at the start of this whole thing, let it be known that I love this band and its musicians. I love the music. I mean, I'm low-hanging fruit when you talk about Dead. I buy everything they put out. I have for decades. They're my favorite musicians. Every damn one of them. And we're not criticizing, we're analyzing, because as Deadheads, in between the music you got to do something, and for us, in between the music we talk about the music. That's what Deadheads do. So I don't give a damn if you agree with me. I don't give a damn if you don't agree with me. I don't even care if you troll my comment section. I give zero shits. Let's be clear about that. I love all of you no matter what. Really, and the ones of you that are hateful, I love you extra because you need it. Some of y'all motherfuckers out there need a hug. And you need a lot of them. You need hundreds of them. You need dozens of them. Anyway, we're going to have a fun time this summer. This is going to be a good summer. There is going to be some nights where the magic is just real and palpable, and it translates through any, you know, delivery system that you choose, whether it be you're on your couch or whether, you know, you're right there at the venue, or, you know, magic translates when it's real, when it's really happening. And we're gonna do this. I'm just excited there's live action. So you know, we get started in Great Woods, and you know, the band takes the stage, and now we're all happy. Summer can get started. Summer is underway. Dead and Company are on the stage for the first time, and here we go. We got Mayor comes out, wasting no time, dressed up like I Dream of Jeannie. Right? I was concerned about Kreutzmann. Kreutzmann didn't have a hat on, and I was concerned what might happen when he doesn't have a hat on, because my friend Tracy, she is a dear friend of mine and always has the cap on, and if she doesn't have the hat, I'm concerned where her night is going to go. It really, the cap kind of sometimes just keeps everything from a total blowout. So anyway, I was concerned about Kreutzmann. I Dream of Jeannie on lead guitar, Barbara Eden, and listen, who cares what anybody's wearing? We're there for the music. It doesn't matter what you wear as long as you are there, or on the couch, or wherever the hell you might be. So anyway, big shout out to Nugs. They gave everybody the free stream, and they're covering the whole thing. You can still enter. I think you can still enter today for their contest. Win the whole Unlimited Devotion package. You get all the HD streams. And a little bit about that. Everybody always sends me messages if they're having stream problems, like if there's a glitch in their streams or hiccups in their streams, or they send it to me like I run fucking Nugs, like I'm the guy in charge of streaming. And I'm not the guy in charge of streaming. I watch just like you, but I'm going to tell you, I got decent equipment, and I got jacked up internet at my house. And because of that, I really have rarely, if ever, had a problem with the streams. My stream was flawless last night, as are most of them. But I got way upgraded internet, and I have decent equipment that I stream it through. So anyway, I'm not in charge of any hiccups on your stream. So I won't require messages this tour if you have stream difficulties. Let me say this in advance too. I have officially retired as a guy in the band's mailroom. I am no longer the mailroom for Dead and Company, because hundreds of shirts and gifts and stuff like that people have sent me to, can you get it to Oteil, or can you get it to John, or can you do, I retired. I'm not in the damn mailroom anymore. Find a way to get them that shit yourself. I love you, but I just retired from the mailroom, all right? The pay was bad, and, you know, I won't slave for beggar's pay anymore. Except for my blog and this stream. Because this shit is fun, and I'm in it to have fun. Anyway, let's just get this thing going. The band takes the stage, and they open up, and I say to myself, holy shit, they made Shakedown a ballad. It was moving so slow, I thought Shakedown was a ballad now, and whatever, this is night one, you know, so usually it takes a little bit to get this band moving downhill, and they're clearly moving uphill on Shakedown. Very slow. I think if Weir had his way, every tune would be a ballad, regardless of its initial speed or formation. I kind of think they'd all be ballads if he had his way. He's definitely in charge of the metronome in the band, so if you have problems, but you can point at Weir, but you won't, because we all love him too much, right? And he gets a pass on everything. Anyway, after Shakedown, they still don't know how to end the song. They have no idea how Shakedown ends. They just at some point they just drive into a tree, and then we get Alabama Getaway. That's fantastic. Now we can get some new tunes that they haven't played, and we get Alabama Getaway. I thought Alabama Getaway was great. I love to hear it. I didn't think it suffered from the tempo that Shakedown did. I know some folks out there thought it did, but I thought Alabama Getaway was played at a respectable pace. Totally enjoyed hearing that one. Then you get It's All Over Now. That's been one of my favorite first set Weir tunes for a long time. I thought that was great in the rotation and not slow. Not slow. That one didn't suffer from the pace. Brown Eyed Women was good, but we're used to getting blasted by Brown Eyed Women. That's one of the ones in the rotation that can really spin you around a little bit and get things heading in the right direction. And it was good, but you know, it's the first night of tour, so it was the first night of tour, Brown Eyed Women. Tennessee Jed next, and I guess that's just fine. You know, I think Weir should take a lot of Jerry's songs and just hand them off to someone else. But he's not my favorite on a lot of the Garcia numbers, but who gives a damn what the hell I got to say. We get Birdsong. Birdsong, that was moving so slow. On the stream, Oteil took a nap. He actually saw Oteil sleeping. I'm glad he wasn't near his microphone. Might have heard him snore. I actually think at parts of Birdsong, maybe he was meditating. He could have been meditating. Chances are good, maybe he was meditating. But that song was moving slow. Loose Lucy, cool the way they made that little sandwich. Then they finish up the Birdsong. Everybody can appreciate that. That was nice. But moving slow. Moving slow. That was sluggish. It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. First night of tour, and we're just getting the show on the road. After an intermission, listen, maybe you need to, if we're in a time crunch, maybe don't worry about that Birdsong sandwich. Just do Birdsong, be done, but this way we don't get screwed out of 3 tunes on the end. So, and then maybe, instead of taking a nap at intermission, you'll just take a 15-minute break, wash your face, take a squirt, and get back on the damn stage. Anyway, to come out, Scarlet Fire, you're going to love hearing Scarlet Fire always. I thought it was great. I thought Oteil During Fire, his singing on that, it was much less connected to the bounce of the song, and he was finding a much smoother place right down the middle of that tune. That was improved. That was good. That's when we started having. My kids wouldn't go to sleep. I was trying to get them to get to sleep. It was past their bedtime, and my kids aren't going to go to sleep when they hear Scarlet Fire. So you know they're cheering on Oteil at the house as he's singing Fire. We get Althea next. Listen, Althea is a roaster. That's usually one of those tunes that Mayer just slays, and you know, it was good. Althea was good, but to me, the band was just kind of stuck in third gear. It doesn't seem like any efforts to make this thing go further, faster, higher, or harder was met with much success. It just seemed like, you know, we're in third gear. You know, this is a marathon, this summer tour, and they were taking it easy here on the first mile of it. So anyway, you get Estimated, and that was fine, other than the awkward spacing in between, verses that Eyes has too. And the Eyes for me is when things really started happening. The jams in that were wonderful. And then you get Comenti slaying the hell out of it. If there's a guy that's showing up last night and he's happy to be on tour and he's having a good time, it was Comenti last night. I mean, that brother was killing it. During Eyes, I thought maybe the Oteil solo got replaced by a Comenti solo, but Comenti slayed that, man. He beat that motherfucker up and down. That was good. And then we get to Oteil solo, and I loved it. I thought Oteil solo was one of the better solos I've seen him play on Eyes, and boy, he makes it look easy. When I was talking to Oteil, I said to Oteil, do you ever just think wow, I'm one of the best bassists alive? Do you ever reflect on how cool that is? He said something very interesting to me. He said, I don't think it ever felt that hard to me. And Oteil's he's a natural, man. I mean, I was watching him during that solo on Eyes, and that was some fabulous stuff. But that brother was thumping up and down the neck, and he was killing it. Him and Comenti on Eyes. To me, that was the best we got of the night. Was the two of them on Eyes. Unbelievable. So then we get drums, and drums is good, and space, and Mickey's running his loops, and we got some fun stuff happening there. We get everybody likes a little bit of beam. That beam kind of gets your nervous system balanced and stuff, and then you get space, and you might well just cut half of that stuff out if you're up against a hard curfew and you're running short. Man, maybe cut that out of drums and space. That might be a good place to save yourself some time. Anyway, it's not my show, it's their show. We get Stella out of space. Not my favorite Garcia ballad on Weir at all. And then, what the hell are we going to do? We got no time left. We're not going to be able to do an encore. We're looking at watches. We're a little bit confused. We're holy shit, now we got to be done in a few minutes. What are we going to do? The initial list had Stella, The Wheel, Good Lovin', and then Black Muddy River encore. That's not what happened. They ran out of time against a hard curfew, and you get touchy gray. I don't know what the hell Weir was thinking, whispering the first line or two of that. I think it's probably safe to say not too many people thought that was wonderful, but who the hell cares? This is our favorite musicians on the first night of a really long tour, and for me, for night one, it sounded better than might be expected. There was some rehearsing that they got in prior to this, and I thought they sounded better than might be expected. Couple tunes definitely struggled with some sluggishness, and I don't mind things moving a little bit slow, but some of it is just it can get very almost awkward how slow it moves. But other places it gives everybody room to kind of develop and do their thing. Well, like I said, if you ask me, on night one the band was stuck in third gear. We never really elevated the thing to the level that we're accustomed to, and that's the whole thing. The bar is high at this point. We've had some great moments with this band, and we know what they're capable of. And last night was, we're out of the gates. We're out of the gates safely. We got a couple new tunes, and all together, I don't think there were any real bombs in there. I don't think there was any big time stinkers. So, we're off to a smooth start, and we got live action. So I'm happy as I can be. I can't wait to get to some live action in Camden. I love you all forever, and we'll see you there.